in B-Town, Meridian Real Estate, and we are, oops, almost, I hit live and then I almost hit in broadcast on Facebook. This is Coffee Chat. Hello, everybody. This is Billy Parrott, Billy in B-Town Real Estate at Meridian Real Estate, and this is Coffee Chat Live. It's Friday, if you didn't know. And I am here to talk about, because we have the home improvement show here in Billings this weekend. So I thought, what a better topic to talk about than what are the top 10 best return on investment home improvement projects that you can do. Because if you're walking around the home improvement show, you're going to just be like, oh my gosh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this. So these are your top 10 what you're going to get back as far as what money you put in, what money you're going to get back. So let's get started, everybody. Hey, Melissa, how are you this morning? I've got a bit of a cold, so bear with me. I'm a little rummy. When your brain is just full of all the, it's just, your nose is stuffed, you can't think straight. That's me today. So I've got my tea, my world's best boss mug, and I've got a Red Bull. So I'm double fisting it today. I need the caffeine. So let's get started. And I'd love to hear from you if you are in the middle of a home improvement project or thinking about it. Just comment, what you're doing, what you're thinking about doing. And at the end of this, I am offering a free, basically kind of a report, a guide that shows you exactly, what you can get return, what I can't even talk today. What return you'll get on certain home improvement projects. So, and then also kind of an estimate of what those home improvement projects cost. So, all right. So, number one is a minor bath remodel. And what that means when you say minor, it means, you're maybe repainting the cabinets that are already in there. Maybe, touching up the tile, like maybe you have one of those enclosed showers and you want to do tile, things like that. A major bath remodel would be a complete overhaul where you're just taking everything out and starting from scratch. So a minor bath remodel is going to get you 102% of what you put in. So that's really good ROI. An average cost to do a minor bath remodel is about $10,500. So, again, that could be replacing the flooring in there, different mirrors, light fixtures, things like that. So that's one thing to consider. Number two is landscaping. You are going to get 100% of what you put in on landscaping on an average. And usually a landscaping project is going to cost you around $4,900. So, that could be putting in underground sprinkling or new shrubs, things like that, maybe some sod. So you will see 100% back on that. Number three is a minor kitchen remodel. Again, a minor kitchen remodel would be maybe just refacing your cabinetry that you already have, new flooring, light fixture, maybe new appliances. A major kitchen remodel would be a complete overhaul. You're just taking everything out, starting from scratch. Looks like I have a comment here. Who's that? Hi, Daniel. How are you? Good morning. So the third, I already said, oh, no, let me get back to that. So the minor kitchen remodel, you're going to get 98.5% back on that. And usually it's about $15,000 to do a minor kitchen remodel. I'm actually planning on remodeling my kitchen. It's not my favorite kitchen in the world. Hey, Frank, how are you? Good morning. We just don't have enough counter space, things like that. So really just look at your kitchen. You can hire a company to come in. They'll look at your kitchen and tell you, hey, this layout will work best in this spot, and kind of give you an idea of what it could cost you and what you might need to do. Like, say you want a more open kitchen to your living room. So like how ours is set up, there's no way in heck we could tear down that whole wall because we'd have nowhere to put our refrigerator. So some of those things just might not work. I know there is a company here in town. I'll give her a shout out, Janison Home. She does a great job of just coming in, taking a look, and it's not that much. Just have them come and do a consultation too. So I think it's around $200 to do that. It's totally worth it just to get some ideas. So number 4 would be attic bedroom conversion. So there's not a whole lot of houses in the Billings area that have the attics that allow for you to add a bedroom, because usually the attics is just, to get up and access, the installation or, things like that. So this is more for, I know on the East Coast, because I used to live on the East Coast, a lot of the homes have because one of my bedrooms was an attic. So they have more of the deeper attics. Like think of Christmas Vacation. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie where, Clark goes up and he gets stuck up there. Like think that kind of attic. So converting that into another bedroom, that is going to get you about 93.5% back on what you put into it. And usually that runs around $39,000. So that's just basically probably adding drywall, flooring, things like that. I'm just looking to see who's on the Instagram. Hello. All right. So there's that. And number 5 would be a major bath remodel. Again, going back to what I said earlier, that's when you're just completely overhauling your bathroom. You're pulling everything out, starting from scratch. You're going to see about 91% ROI on that. And typically that will cost you around $26,000. So these are just some things to think about, especially like I always tell my clients, if you are going to stay in your house for at least 5 years, go for it. Do what you want, make it how you want it. But if you're planning on selling in, 1-2 years, don't put that much money into it because it's not going to be worth it. So just consider that, like, how long am I going to stay in this house, and base your decision off of that. Entry door replacement. So like your front door, a lot of people just change out their front door. That could cost around $1,400, to do that, just depending on what kind of door you get. And you're going to get about 90% back on that. Because a front door can make a difference, right? For curb appeal. And especially like I've noticed in some of the older homes, and this is the garage, so the garage entry door into the house, they're not the correct type of door because it has to be fireproof or whatever, right? So, replacing that door actually is probably a safety thing too. So consider that. And a deck, adding a deck or a patio could actually give you about 90% back of what you put into it. So again, depending on how long you plan on staying in the house, if you're going to be there for another 5 or so years, go all out, put an awesome deck in. That way you can enjoy it. But if, again, 1 to 2 years, maybe just a simple little deck that everybody could use. Hi, Richard. Watching from Zambia. Good to see you again. And Raymond. How you doing, Raymond? Congratulations on your part in Leading Ladies. I think that's what you got, a part in Leading Ladies. If I'm wrong, correct me, but congratulations. Always good to see you. All right. So you're going to get, I already said 90% back on that. And it's usually about $11,000 for a deck or a patio, just depending on, what you're going to do. Obviously, if it's a concrete patio, it's going to be a little bit more money. A basement remodel. So this means if you've already got a basement and you're just remodeling it, this doesn't mean like if it's a completely unfinished basement. This is the basement's already like got carpet, stuff like that. A basement remodel is going to give you about 90% back. And typically you're looking at somewhere in the range of $50,000 for a basement remodel. So, yeah, again, if you're going to be in the house for a bit, then it's going to be worth it for you. And then replacing windows. And a lot of this too that you have to consider is energy saving as well. So if you have like old drafty windows that is just letting all the cold air in and you're just pumping out heat, then obviously this is going to be a better investment for you. But replacing windows is about 80% back on ROI and around 9,700 to replace windows, just depending on how many windows you have, the size of the windows, things like that. So there you go. There is your top 10 home improvement project ideas. It's going to give you the most money back from what you put into it. And when you're thinking about remodeling, just always think, is this going to be good for the masses, right? Because when you go to resell, you don't want to do something so crazy that not everybody is going to like it. Again, if you're going to be in your house though for at least 5 to 10 years, then go for it. I mean, you can always change it. You can always change it back, because it is your house. Initially you're going to be living in it for a while. So here's some questions to ask when you are thinking about remodeling a room or the outside. So one of them is my property one step above the comps in the neighborhood? You never want to be that house that is worth way more than all the houses around you, because the houses around you, depending on what their values are, they're going to bring your value down initially, right? So you always just want to make sure that you're not over improved depending on your comps in your neighborhood. So always think about that. And then, will upgrading increase my value? Is upgrading this bathroom or kitchen will increase my value in the long run? And the way to know about that is looking at the comps in your area. So when you see the neighbor next door is putting their house up, take a look at it. Look at what they've got and what they're priced at. And that's the best way to know, kind of like, okay, their bathroom is like remodeled, top notch, and this is what they're getting for their house. So those are things to consider. Is the property up to date and appealing to potential buyers? That's another thing. So if you've got old shag carpet, some people like shag carpet, but most people don't. Things like that. You just want to make sure that you're kind of in the ballpark of what other homes are looking like in your neighborhood. So if you're the only one in the neighborhood that still has 70s light fixtures, things like that, unless you're purposely doing it, it's kind of a trend right now. People like the old vintage stuff, but if it's not done to that, then you might want to consider remodeling to match what everybody else is doing in the neighborhood. So again, I do have a report from NAR that I will share with you if you'd love to see it. It's about a 55-page report, but it does break down how much each, remodel project is going to cost you, what you're going to get, return on investment wise. It's really very detailed. So if you would like that report, I will send it to you for free. Just put in want it. Put in the comments, I want it, and I will get your email and get it over to you. Oh, home improvement show. This is why we're talking about this today. Let's all go. The home improvement show. They have the best, I think the best, what do you call that? Jingle. Is it jingle? Yeah. Because you always think of that, right? When you think the home improvement show, right away you sing that song. But anyway, that's happening at the Metra this weekend here in Billings, Montana. It's a great way to just walk around, see the vendors, get ideas, kind of cost estimates, things like that. Sometimes they have really good discounts for you, promos. So yeah, just take a look at that this weekend. And the other question that I just had recently from a client was, I'm thinking about remodeling my kitchen. Where do I get the money? I just went limit on my Instagram. There we go. I'm back on the Instagram. So there's a couple of ways you could do it. There's a home equity loan, and then there's what you call a HELOC. So a home equity loan is like a one-time installment, and it allows the borrower to use the equity in their home as collateral. And a lot of people right now do have tons of equity, so that should not be a problem. You can find out from your lender whether or not they'll allow a broker's price opinion or if they want an actual appraisal. If they're okay with the broker's price opinion, if you have a relationship with a realtor, just ask them, hey, could you do this for me? Sometimes they'll charge, sometimes they'll do it for free. I myself will just do it for you for free, no problem at all. Just to kind of show how much equity do I have on the property. And then the other one is the HELOC, and that is a home equity line of credit. So it's like a revolving line of credit, almost like a credit card. So they give you like a certain amount, and then you just use that towards your projects and you just pay it off. And it's also kind of using your home as collateral as well. So just ask your lender, whoever you work with at your bank, what options that you might have, because that'd be a great way to, because not everybody has $50,000 for a home improvement project. So yeah, so look into that. And that's all I have. I feel like I just talked really, really fast today. And what else is going on this weekend? Anything else going on that I need to be aware of? There are buyers out there, you guys. So if you are on the fence about selling your house, I know I have a huge pool of buyers that we just cannot find anything for them because we are at low inventory right now. And I will be posting a market update here soon so you could see what is happening in the Billings market. So stay tuned for that. But that's it for now. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for watching as always. And I will see you hopefully next Friday. I think I'm going to be here still. Yeah. So I will see you next Friday for more coffee chat. And let me just see what next Friday is. Yeah, I'll be here. So we'll see you next week. Have a good day. Thank you. See you, friends, on Facebook. Adios.